Hi, my name is Carolyn Williamson, and I'm here today at Peace Sage Massage and Center for Wellbeing. How did I do, Laura?
Well, it's Peaceful Sage.
Oh,
but that's okay.
I messed up. Peaceful Sage Massage and Center for Wellness. And I have with me here today Laurel Sage. She is the owner of this business, and it's such a lovely business.
Oh,
thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Okay, so first of all, could you tell us about the services you offer here?
Sure. We pretty much any type of massage that you've heard of, as far as sports and Swedish and deep tissue. We also have hot stone massage. We do lymphatic massage. Some of these are more specific, where we've had additional training, myself and the other therapists.
Mm-hmm.
I'm certified in oncology massage.
Wow.
We do prenatal, which is like pregnancy massage. Trying to think of other ones. Pretty much any type of massage that generally people need, we do. A lot of therapeutic. I always tell people, don't stress if you're going online to book, you don't know what to get.
Right.
Because we really kind of customize it to what people need. Also have an esthetician, so we can do facials. And those are for men and women. We do have, back facials, like some men may want that, or where, if you're sweaty and your back is kind of breaking. And teen facials, and obviously for, breakouts, or us more mature women with lines and stuff.
More mature.
Like that.
I know how that feels.
And we just recently added an infrared sauna. We're actually sitting in the sauna room right now. So we're getting ready to add that onto our website, and people will be able to book that too. So
wonderful,
yeah,
Laurel.
yeah.
Oh gosh, I've got to book before I leave today.
Right?
So I assume you require appointments, or do you allow walk-ins?
Well, at this point, we're pretty much by appointment. You can go online and book online any hour of the day. People really enjoy that. Just, maybe you get injured and it's 10 o'clock at night and you think, gosh, I just need to book that massage. So we do the online massage or for booking. And then, we once in a while, if we're here up front and someone walks in, they can book that way. And the online booking can go up to 4 hours out. So if at 8 a.m, you could look and see if we're available for a same day appointment, which sometimes we may have, so it's not a 24-hour thing. Like we just block it, 4 hours out just to make sure that we're not in the middle of something. But, and some people just call or text, but that's partly why we added the sauna, and we're going to try to add a few more services that.
It's about your inspiration for this business.
I have 16 years in the Army, and pretty much, joined the Army, then went to college, and then started kind of active duty after that, and thought I was just going to be National Guard and a school teacher, because that's what my degree is in, but wound up being active duty and flying helicopters. And this was in the early 2000s. Obviously, they needed us. And after my last deployment, which was 2011 at this point, we were gone all of 2011, I just really, my son, my now 13-year-old son, was 2, so I missed his entire 2-year-old year. Yeah. And it was different being a soldier with a young child at home, and, just family stuff, and it had been a while. We deployed a lot. And so I just really felt called to do something else. I knew I didn't want to be active duty military at that point. And I really wanted to do something where I could spend time with my child at that point. I now have 2 children, where I could kind of make my own hours, so I loved the medical. I was medevac, so I really liked working in the hospital on deployments. And I thought, maybe I could get in the medical field, and this just seemed to work.
Well, how'd you come up with the name?
Well, Sage is my children's last name, was my married name at the time. And honestly, we just did a project in school, and I thought, Peaceful Sage, that sounds kind of good, and I like the herbs, and, so I thought, that'll be good. And it's just kind of stuck. And we changed to the long name. We started as Peaceful Sage Massage, but added the Center for Wellbeing well, 2 years ago now, right before COVID, when I moved into my larger space here.
Right.
Because that's a long term, we want to be able to offer more wellness services,
Right.
all kinds of stuff.
That
So.
is totally great. Thank you so much for your service. And
Oh, thank you.
thanks to your husband and family. It is not easy, I'm sure.
Yeah, thank you.
The last 2 years, how has that been for your business with all the COVID and what's been
Right.
happening economy?
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely hard during COVID. We were shut down mandatory it definitely hurt. I would say this just pretty much 2022. We're now starting to pick up to where it's pretty regular, to pre-COVID.
And Laurel, what advice can you offer to other small mom and pop businesses today?
Yeah, I mean, I would say being an advocate for yourself is probably the biggest one. You just have to stick with it. Like, there's obviously going to be hard times, and there's times where I was robbing Peter to pay Paul kind of thing, to keep my family fed and keep the business going. But, and having faith, whether you're believe in God or what you believe in, I mean, a higher power of some sort, for me, praying a lot and just thinking about, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So,
right.
Yes. I think that, and to think about the people that you're working with,
Right.
you're affecting more
Right.
than just yourself. If you're like, it's easier to give this up, and reaching out to the community. I mean, I think.
So let's talk a little bit about you. Your spare time.
Right.
So if I were to look for you, where would I find you? What would you be doing?
Probably taking one of my children to one of their activities. So somewhere in the Colonial Heights School District somewhere. There would be voice lessons or swim or basketball or
Well, let's pretend they've gone away for the weekend.
Oh, well then probably maybe even up in the city at a museum, or my husband and I love going to new places, so sometimes we'll just road trip for a day, and he's an artist, so he likes to go and paint new places, new restaurants, or museums a lot. Like, I would say we're kind of dorks, we like that stuff.
That's wonderful.
And shops, it's always neat to see other small businesses.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to add and tell these wonderful people about you or your business?
Well, for anyone who already knows Peaceful Sage Massage and Center for Wellbeing, we've grown. I would say if you haven't been in for a while, we've been growing. And for those who, have never been here, book some of our new services.
Mm-hmm.
I would say at least go online. All the prices are there. We try to, we're very, like I said, small business. We try to accommodate the client. Business hours would maybe be like, I would say generally 8 a.m. to maybe 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
But there's days where we work later because we need to get somebody in. They can't get in any other time. Or there's, mornings I have a person who I come in at 7 a.m. for once every 3 or 4 weeks, So we really just try to work with that. If you don't find something online, don't hesitate to send an email or a text. I mean, we can't answer the phone when we're working. So we try to get back to those messages, as quick as we can. And, we're going to look at membership, maybe even some memberships. And I have people requested, and we're, hopefully within the next year or so, we're looking into maybe even like a salt room or some of the like cryotherapy or like a float tank, stuff like that, because our Tri-Cities area does several clients that travel to Williamsburg or up to Short Pump. So that was my vision really from the get-go. And then that's why we switched our name to Center for Wellbeing.
Anything else, Laurel?
No, I don't think so.
Well, thank you so much for offering your space and time. Thanks again.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, all.